thank you. Welcome to the Accra Golf Day. I am going to go through a few bits with you this morning. If there's any questions, please feel free to ask anything that you want to ask, and I'll do my absolute best to answer it for you. You are going to see a lot of putter shafts this morning, different variations of them. So I'm going to start off with putters, and the first putter shaft, it's not a new product for this week, but it's just in the line of our putter products. The original Accra FXP putter shaft. Ultimately 4 different versions, all the same weight, all the same CPM, just different tip flexes on them. Okay, so for different feels, different lengths of stroke, etc., for people to just get the feel that they like. I think where people have got confused with this in the past is that if you was to take a standard steel putter shaft, that would sit between the 200 and the 300. So we use the same launch categories as we do as our wood shafts, 100, 200, 300, 400, 1 being high, 4 being low. And then it sits in the middle. So ultimately you can go either side of that. If you want a little different or a big difference, you can take that on board. Okay, so it's had a little bit of a graphic change in sort of recent years, but that is still the same product, but it's definitely within our putter line. On from there, the new product that we're launching is the Accra Sync putter. So there's a couple of things here that's really cool. You're going to see that in the actual graphic itself, there's a plain side and there's a weave side. Yeah. From a technical point of view, the weave is for stability. It runs all the way down. But what we're kind of thinking is that the guy that wants this, the better player, may want it just to look plain when he looks down at the ball. Yeah, do you like that, Bill?
Better player. So Bill's putting the graphics up, obviously. With the yeah.
Yeah, so graphics down for the player that doesn't want to be distracted. When you turn it round, we've got a full weave all the way down, parallel tip only. Yeah, but the big thing about it is that it's 1 degree torque. So what we've tried to do is create a putter that literally has very, very little resistance to off-centre hits, or a lot of resistance to off-centre hits, I should say. And that comes in 2 weights. So that comes in an 85 gram and it comes in a 135 gram version, yeah, of that shaft. So that is just becoming available. By all means, pass it round if you would and just have a little look. Yes. Yeah. And I just want to grab one out of here. Looks pretty cool. I mean, it's nice in the sun. Okay. Any questions on that? We all good?
Same stiffness both ways, same CPM.
Yeah. I'm sure you know our RPG tour. Done very well for us. Obviously, it got beefed up a little bit when it came to the new generation. It went very well. It's been a really good shaft for us. The M5 Plus is obviously a little strong for quite a lot of golfers. So we've now got an M4 Plus. Bill likes the M5 Plus. I think. Bill, do you still tip your M5 Plus a couple of inches? I thought you did. Ultimately now, the only thing really to tell you on this, it's the same shaft, but we brought it out in an M4 Plus as well. So there's an addition to the line for the person that's looking for that sort of low launch, low spin option. Okay? And then really the sort of story, just to sort of finish up with you, TZ5 and TZ6, the second generation of them, have been a great product for Accra. As far as tour use is concerned, it's been awesome. And the TZ5 has kind of been that the sort of TZ version that came all the way through for the stronger player, softer butt, stronger tip. Yeah. So the TZ5 kind of sits very nicely. But what was the big surprise is with the TZ6, the amount of good players that really liked that shaft, because what it done is it gave launch, so people that need to keep the golf ball in the air a little longer, maybe get a higher flight. The TZ6 worked perfectly for that, yeah. But what was the big thing about it was the low torque. As I'm sure you all know, the idea of the TZ6 was softer tip, higher launch, but still low torque for stability. One of the things that we got asked is could we do something in the middle? Yeah, so that was where the TZ6 ST came from. Yeah, so ultimately what it is, it's a TZ6 as we know it, but with a beefed up tip. Yeah, It's for the guy that just finds the TZ6 standard a little bit high, a little bit spinny, but the TZ5 a little bit of hard work. This one actually sits bang in the middle. From an EI perspective, if you're into your EI charts, think of it that your standard TZ6 sits at around 18. Yeah, the TZ5 sits at around 34. Yeah, so obviously a big gap between the two. This comes in at around 28. Okay, so this is our EI flex on this shaft. So it's favouring the TZ5. However, yeah, it's still a very, very low torque. So although the tip section is actually a little bit softer, we're still kicking around the sort of 2.5 torque range within that product. Okay, it's available in 65 and 75. Yeah, 65, 75 grams, M5. And then M4 will be coming very soon, hopefully over the next sort of month. Okay? Any questions on any of that? Anything I can help? You just want to have a little look at that. I'm sure you've seen them, but we've gone for a new, different idea. The red graphic on the TZ is ideal to fit in with our other launch categories. And obviously we've gone for a more plated look than the black, just to give it a bit of a differential. Everybody quite like the graphic on that, if you've seen it inside, or, yeah? I think it'd be good. I think it'd be a good one for us. The TZ6 kind of fitted so many different players, didn't it? It was kind of, or still does fit a lot of different players, I should say. Okay, we all good? No questions. That's my job done. And
you did so well, Lee. We got no questions
just
for you, bro.
went through it. Just went through it. We're done.